The man discovered a stash of gold buried underground, but no matter what he tried, he couldn't dig it out. Running out of options, he decided to stay and guard the gold while sending his companion to the nearby town to get proper tools. To protect himself from the sun, he tied a canvas to a tree for shade. At night, he burned dry wood to keep wild dogs away. The next day, he managed to break off a large chunk of gold using a rock. He called his companion, but his friend said the car had broken down and it would take a few more days to fix. The man told him he had already secured some gold and was ready to leave. But his companion insisted that leaving the rest behind would be a huge waste. Tempted, the man decided to stay. On the third day, he spotted a snake nearby. He took out his knife to catch it but accidentally knocked over his water supply. While searching for food in the wreckage of an old plane, a woman suddenly appeared and walked toward him. Panicked, he quickly hid the gold and ducked inside the plane's cabin. But the woman still found him. Later, she followed him back to his makeshift shelter. The man told her to leave immediately, but the woman became suspicious, convinced he was hiding something. Desperate to keep the gold a secret, the man killed her. Just then, a sandstorm swept in, burying him completely. When he woke up, a sharp tree branch had pierced his body, and his shelter had been destroyed. But he ignored his injuries and desperately searched for the gold. Luckily, it was still there. Fighting through the pain, he yanked out the branch and used a heated candle to cauterize the wound. Lying on the ground, he couldn't tell if he was in heaven or hell. Then, he saw the woman he had killed standing in front of him, holding a bow and aiming directly at him. But instead of attacking, she gave him water. Exhausted, he passed out. On the fourth day, a ringing phone woke him up. His companion told him the excavator was almost there. At that moment, the woman leaned in and asked if he had seen her sister. Feeling guilty, the man lied and said no. Then, he lost consciousness again. When he woke up, he saw bonfires surrounding him. The woman had lit them to keep the wild dogs away. But now, the fires were dying out, and wild dogs had gathered all around him. Too weak to move, he could only watch as the dogs attacked. That was how he met his end. Not far away, a figure stood on a sand dune, watching everything unfold. It was his companion. It turned out his so-called friend had planned to take all the gold for himself. Once the man was dead, his companion finally approached the treasure. But just as he stepped out of his car, an arrow shot straight toward him.